Good morning, beautiful people. It's going to be a blessed day. It's going to be the best day. It is the best day of your life. The mind, it almost has an amplification effect. And from what I've discovered for myself personally, it's black or white in a way. You can either worry about one thing and worry a shitload about other stuff, because that's inevitably what happens, or you don't worry at all and it frees your mind. It almost gets you high and enables you to do anything you want because all of that tension dissolves, all of the space gets cleared, and the power becomes a lot more readily available to you. It's so much better to look at something, because you can look at something as, oh, that's going to be easy or that's going to be hard. There's really no in between. And when you're like, I'm going to do that, that's smooth for me. I'm great at that. That's easy for me. You don't think about it. And I don't know if you've noticed, when you're not thinking so much about something, you just do it. And I believe that that's the way the body, mind, and soul are meant to interact and cooperate. The reason I'm doing this video is this morning I had the thought, I'm running first thing, and I wake up, give thanks, jump right into the run. And I'm thinking as I'm running, all I'm going to do is feed myself positive power thoughts, because that's really what my mind likes to eat. And it just becomes more and more powerful when I do that. So as I go, that's my breakfast. Not even food really, just those powerful positive thoughts that get my day rolling. And I've personally noticed this as well. Sometimes if I wake up in my bed early, just having that time where I'm almost in a meditative state, thinking beautiful things or not thinking at all, and just being clear, cleaning out my mind, allowing that space to be there. Because I honestly find sometimes not thinking about anything, actually all the time, doing that is a million times better than having a worry at the back of your mind. Get that shit out. And it's interesting because it's almost like you don't even need to fight it. Yes, for me, I've noticed a technical way to correct that is, say I have a thought, I'm not good at that, or I'm going to fail at that. It's not going to be good this time. Double up and correct it with two different great thoughts. Let's say, oh, I'm not going to get this sale. Customers have been saying no to me today. Instead, I've made a lot of sales over my life, and I'm great at what I do. It could be anything, whatever. But then it's just your mind starts to do that subconsciously all the time. And you don't have to be aggressive with it and force it, because it burns energy, it wastes energy. Let it happen naturally. And then the power is almost stored within yourself. Life is all about energy and power. That's why, it's a give and take. You give energy to the wrong people and you start to something feels off. It's like, maybe I shouldn't be hanging around these people, or, maybe I shouldn't, maybe I shouldn't be having sex with this girl, or whatever it is, right? Keeping the power to yourself is always going to be best until you need or want to use it in a good way, in a way that works to your benefit. Because, everybody knows this. You watch out for yourself, and you can do more amazing things for other people. People who try to be those people pleasers, and, yes, you are meant to serve people, but you can't make everybody happy. Make the universe, make God happy, and do what you're designed to do, even if it's hard, and amazing things. Watch what happens. So instead of worrying about something and giving into that worry, take it the other direction. Do the opposite of that. Watch what happens. Amazing things always seem to happen, and it just seems like you would keep moving forward and keep evolving, and those worries or fears you had once upon a time, they almost feel like there's an amount of distance. You feel like, picture you're running or flying, it's like, whoa, those are way down there. I used to have those, but now I'm just operating on such a whole other level, and I don't even have those worries. And when they try to touch me, it's almost like they just can't get in. There's a force field there. So instead of worrying about one thing, get excited about one thing. Get excited about two things. And stay excited and feed yourself that power. Because it's really all out there and it's all inside, and you can generate these things. You can be self-propelled. Don't let everything influence you. Influence yourself, inspire the world. And it's okay to take things from what's around. That's how everybody develops. That's the world we're in. That's the experience of life. But there's a lot that you can use to shape your life, and that's the godly power you have. I used the term black or white earlier. It's really all or nothing, living or dying. And the mind is so infinite and powerful, and your life energies have so much capability. This is why it's important to just let the worry go. Worry, it has a natural aspect if it's going to protect you, because your body's evolved over such a long period of time, and your soul's on a journey. So yes, of course, you're designed to protect this temple so it can get you to the next place. But that's such a small aspect compared to the excitement and the inspiration and the dreaming and the I know I can do this type of thing. There's so much more power there. So it's almost like you start going in the worry direction and your system just starts shutting down, and it amplifies in that direction. The amplification is one of the biggest superpowers people have. You know what I mean? Because you start, and that's manifestation too. You start knowing and believing and thinking these things, and it's like a motor. It just starts turning, and it's lubrication. And then the more powerful that becomes, the more you get used to feeding on. It's like when you switch your whole mentality, you start thinking positively, you start treating people better, amazing things happen. It's almost like it opens a whole portal of the cosmos. The planets start aligning. Feed yourself the right things. And you could apply that to food too. And the food and the things you consume directly relate and reflect to the thoughts you're going to have. The same way your body is a reflection of your mind and your soul. You can't argue that someone who's in great shape isn't looking after something. Yeah, maybe they don't have it all together mentally, but they have something together and they have some level of discipline. And the more a person brings all those arenas together and forms one powerful package, the better things keep happening, because it's the amplification effect. So, and this is the conversation I've had with myself. Would you rather worry about that and see what happens? And the thing is, so how many times do you worry about something and then you go and you do it really good anyway? Because you're designed to do things and you're designed to execute. So you may as well just leave that and think great things about it. You're designed to do it. You don't even have to think about a lot of things like that. A lot of the things a person worries about, they don't even have to think about. Do what you're designed for. And if you're going to think anything, think something powerful and think something positive. And watch it amplify in that direction and watch the weakness die. Anxiety is basically worrying about something that hasn't even happened. And it gets you riled up. Which is what happens, one little thing amplifies. So changing your whole mentality and hitting the switch and getting excited about something, or not even thinking about it in general, and just letting things happen naturally and organically. Feeding yourself these positive powerful thoughts is a cure for anxiety in the same way your body is cured and healed by putting the right things into it, eating and drinking wise. When I talk about not thinking anything at all, you might say, oh, Ben, my mind's always going, it's always whirling. I get it. I hear you. What I use to enable this state in myself is I visualize just nothingness. I don't visualize it as blackness and darkness. I visualize it as just basically white space. There's nothing there. And that is such a great way to, it resets your body, and you can use it in so many different ways. Say you're feeling anxious, say your body's feeling a certain way, your heart's speeding up, just nothingness. Not good, not bad, nothingness. And it just clears the mind. And it's so funny. I used to think meditating was thinking about certain things, and yeah, maybe there's different forms of meditation. But I heard a gentleman once say, well, no, meditation's actually when you're not thinking about anything at all. And there's a lot of power in this state. It clears the palate, it resets things, it keeps you even. And I've never been in a whole day where I'm in this state. I mean, I can only imagine. I wonder what would even happen. Because it feels very powerful in that state. Because you're not leaning so much in one direction, you're just where you are, and from there you can use your godly power for anything you could imagine. So keep executing, and may you have the best, most magical day of your life. Talk to you guys soon.